Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, well today I am working with Prince. I'm doing him as Afro Steampunk, and I'll do a quick replay of where I've left off from yesterday's video. And with me it's kind of difficult to start ahead without the eyes. Because I used the eyes as a landmark, so I was kind of flying blind on what I was doing with my proportions and whatnot. But I think I kind of got a Prince-like feature here. I'm thinking his chin might be a little too pointed, but we'll see. And this is one of those rare moments where I've never seen Prince without at least some sort of facial hair. I'm like, okay, this looks too weird, so I threw some facial hair on there. And I think today I'm going to be working on like this portion of his outfit. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing next. Yeah, all this stuff, I don't have any real idea what I'm going to be doing. But I know what I want to do is incorporate some sort of steampunkish, Afro steampunk type of theme to this. I was trying to do in his third eye right here, that's gotten part of the sunglasses. I had a hard time getting out of the screen. It's like my program had frozen, and I've never had that happen before. So I managed to reset and get back to where I needed to be. And I think what I want to do is I want to flip this vertical. Let's see if it'll do it. There we go. And it's kind of like a little P there. It's not exactly the what is it called? The symbol that Prince had. But you know what? I think that'd be cool to incorporate. I'll bring this up a little bit, and let's see if I can find the symbol that Prince had, and I'll put it somewhere on here. Let's see. I don't want to draw it by memory because I think my memory will suck when it comes to it. I think he called it the love symbol. Okay, here we go. Now I'm thinking I want to give him a very high collar and a lapel, and probably put the symbol on the lapel. Let me copy the symbol here. There we go. I can get out of that screen. Or I could put it in the third eye. Okay, so I think I'm going to give him, let's see, we'll erase a little bit, go on to his layer, and we'll take this out. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is impromptu, so if it looks kind of funky or whatever, it's because I didn't have anything planned. Hey Tatted. Let's see, started high school today, hate it so much, kind of want to be a high school dropout and just start college already. Not gonna happen, because if you can't handle high school, you're not gonna be like appreciative of college, especially if you're paying for it. Right now, your education's free, and yeah, high school does suck. It will suck, and so does, you know, if you're not doing what you love. That definitely sucks. But you gotta show that you're disciplined enough to even handle college. And what's funny is college is, to me, it was a lot more fun. If I would have known how much fun it would have been, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. Because it's like, I enjoyed myself. I mean, yeah, it was my dime. Everything I was putting into it, it was my money that I was spending. So I definitely wanted to get my money's worth out of that. Let's see. We're going to give him a very high collar. And it's going to be hard and rigid. So this will be reminiscent of Purple Rain. But yeah, you just got to get through it, darling. Just get through it. Don't let it break you. I'm going to make these hard and rigid. But I'm going to put like a fabric or something like that here. Because he wore ruffles. And I'm just doing kind of like this really loose ruffle pattern. Let's see, so you say that the music sounds a little too loud. Let's see what we've got going on here. Because this is on, so let me turn the desktop audio off. There we go, it should be a little bit more reasonable now. Yeah. There we go, back to business. We'll do some like intricate designs or something like that on here. But just know that once you get out of high school, you'll be able to do what you want to do. And at least in theory, you'll do what you want to do. You're going to do whatever it takes to make some money and to live. But at least you'll be able to do it on your terms. Mostly. Doing some rough sketches here of some designs. And I want to put that symbol like right here. I think I put it on its own layer. Let's see. We'll make our thingy a little longer. There we go. And then it has this long yeah. Because sometimes life is like that. Me, I try not to stress over life. There's so many things to be stressed over. Oh my gosh. But it'll only stress you if you let it. And in your mind, you should always say, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Not none shall pass. This too shall pass. Because you got to think, this is a teacher doing their job, trying to make you into a better human being. Trying. A lot of people don't want to be there. And if they had their choices, they probably wouldn't want to be there, but something brought them to this position. Let's see, there's supposed to be a little, this is too close. This is too close. Let's see if I can manipulate this a bit. Yeah, it's not your problem that they're there and doing something they don't want to do, especially if they make it worse on you. But they are, I know there's like a method to the madness. I'm trying to remember, because I didn't appreciate the madness either when I was in. All I wanted to do was get the hell out. And the only way to do that is just you're just going to have to survive it, baby. You got to do your best. Do your thing. Show the world that you're cool. But but don't give up. Never give up, never surrender. Easy to say, harder to do. Just do everything on time, get it done to the best of your ability. Bullshit your way through stuff if you have to. And take whatever you can that you can possibly use later on in life. Anything that you think would help you in your future career. But yeah, stress is a big part of it. But how you deal with the stress, how you manage the stress is going to be a big indication of how well you do in life. Because you'll have jobs that'll stress the hell out of you. You'll be around people who don't like you, don't want to be around you, and will go out of their way to make your life miserable. That's those people are petty. But you're going to have to learn how to work around those people. Bring the expectation, show that you can regurgitate that knowledge. Because you never know, the things that you do may save somebody's life. Okay, close enough for government work. Let's see. Shouldn't kids be having fun playing in the fields, enjoying their moments with their parents if they have some, instead of being stuck with 1,000 random kids and trying to fit in? Yeah. It's called your off time. But once you become an adult, all that stuff is gone. It is gone, baby. I wonder if I can select that. Let's see. Yeah, and when my mom had told me it's easy to be a kid, I almost wanted to slap her. Very few times I wanted to lay hands on my mom, but it was like, yeah, you say that. But yeah, I don't want to say it's a mirror image. You know what gets me is what I never understood is why on TV and stuff they would always focus in on high school memories, going back to high school, glamorizing it. And while I was like, what's wrong with these people? I don't want to see anybody in high school while I'm in high school, knowing that whatever they're doing on TV is BS. I was like, nope, not gone. Adults can still play in the field. Yeah, but they're doing it on their time and having fun doing it. If they can make money out of it, all the better. You gotta be careful what fields you play in. Nah, but, you know what I'm saying? It's like 16 Candles, stupid movies like that they glamorized. I don't want this color. This color's ugly. I want this color. Something that's going to look like metal. Let's see. Prince was more about, I think, the gold. Let's see. Yeah, he was more of a goldish kind of guy. And I'm all into silver here. Let's get back into gold. But yeah, freaking, they glamorized the hell out of high school. They made high school girls the ideal and stuff like that. And it's like, why? I don't get it. High school is a miserable freaking time. I had some fun because, like, at lunchtime, stuff like that, I was able to, like, draw, do my own thing, but when it was, when you're in class, it's long and boring, and very few things were fascinating. I only had one art class, but I enjoyed English class because of the teacher. I had one English class where the teacher, she would read, and it was fascinating. You know, she wasn't glamorous, she wasn't gorgeous, you know, she wasn't a, you know, she was like an average lady, heavy set, middle aged, um, you know, and she dressed, what's the word? She was plain. Her name was Mrs. Bear. And but the things that she said, you know, she wasn't one of those teachers that made you feel like shit when you were around. She wasn't one of those teachers. She was. We got right to business. You know, she took whatever attendance she had to do. We got right to business, and she would say things like the Bible is the greatest story ever written, or the greatest book that was ever written. Taking away from, and that was back in the day when they taught people a little bit of something. Now it's all about taking a test. Everything is all about taking a test now. But she's like, the Bible is the greatest book ever written. If you take away the religious aspect part of it, it's got, you know, and read it from a scholarly view. It had drama, it had action, it had romance, it incorporated like all the genres that you could possibly think of. And I looked at the Bible like, really? It had mythology, it had intrigue, it had incest. I mean, it had anything and everything that you can think of the human condition, and human drama. And I started looking at it weird, like, wow, never thought of it like that. So you never know what you're going to pick up from a class. You know, there'll be times when you have to give in a presentation or a report, and that's your time to shine. Don't just give your report, make that a performance, and I guarantee you'll get a better grade. It's like things that you can make your own. Any of those chances where you can stand out. Like if you have to give a performance, wear your makeup. You know, do your thing. Even if it's like a shitty topic, dress appropriately for the topic. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, you know, make yourself like amazing looking. You know, if it's Civil War, make yourself wear the Civil War paint or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, you know, make it yours. You know, they give you the assignment, but make it yours. Everything's a freaking performance. Everything's like and it'll bring you attention. Sometimes good, sometimes interesting, but you'll never be boring. And that's another part of school. It's boring as hell. Why contribute to it? Play in those goddamn fields. Have fun with it. And of all things, you just gotta have fun with it. If you can't make it your own, find some aspect. What I did is, to survive, is find some aspect, something, and I use this in everything I do. If I don't want to draw somebody, like there's this one chick that I had to draw, ugliest bride ever. She looked like a freaking gorilla. But I had to find the beauty in her. And if you can find the one thing that will keep your interest and help you get through, by all means, tap into that. Because this trick was ugly. And she didn't pay me, so she was even uglier. She was supposed to pay me and then welched on it. Because she didn't like how ugly she was. I'm like, Hooka, I drew from the picture. What did you want me to do? You know? Oh, God, that woman was ugly. She was ugly inside and out. She's one of those people that you don't want to be around. And her husband obviously who was really good looking, didn't want to be around her either. It just, you know, when a person just emanates those feelings on people, it just perpetuates even further. So when I was drawing her for hours, trying to bring out her beauty, her inner beauty, I had to just like find her beauty. I had to find what made her interesting. I dug deep, baby. I dug deep. For hours, and I came up with something that was something I could be proud of. And she didn't appreciate it because she's a hateful little mongrel. But you know, it is what it is. So just try to find that one thing that you can use your gifts in. That you can be that's the point I was trying to come up with, darling. See if you can bring your gifts to the table. It may be weird, but it will never be boring. Never be boring. Everybody else will be boring, but not you. Yeah, for all those really sucky assignments that you're going to be getting, look at them and go, how can I make this interesting to me? That's the biggest question, aside from, telling them what they want to hear to help you get through. But like I said, everything is freaking testing. It's all about testing. Testing. Got to get that test down. Got to learn for the test. It's not learning for knowledge, it's learning for the test. And how much you can regurgitate back to them on demand. So in that case, then you do you. You find the time after you've done your homework and stuff like that to do your own research on the stuff that matters to you. Because you can't expect the school to teach you how to do makeup, how to balance your books, how to bring in more money and clients, how to be noticed in the field. But if you can, and what's cool about this is if you can find a way to incorporate that into what you're learning, you might be able to help others. It's kind of like one of those Dora Explorer type things where she takes Spanish and she applies it to her adventures, and in the end you've learned a couple Spanish words, and how it applies to whatever she's doing. I don't know. It's like watching a Fat Albert cartoon. It's like you may learn something before it's done. Hey. That, I don't know, maybe I'm aging myself, I'm dating myself, but everything seems to have a lesson. If you can incorporate that lesson into something that interests you, you can also gain attention and whatnot from that too. So for those of us who are trying to be famous or want to be famous. You want to have something that stands out. Oh shit. Okay, I just decimated my highlight. Back. Not that one. Okay, this one. Need white right here. So like, but have you decided, in middle school, it was like test is only 10% of your grades. Now it's like, tests are 1 billion trillion gazillion % of your grades. Yeah, it's because that's how they get their money. If the teachers can teach you something, then they can get better facilities, better stuff. Because it's not about you, it's about them. It's about them. You'll be long gone by the time they'll get any kind of funding or whatnot, but they need you to help get them there. It's sick. It's a sick cycle, and we're suffering. America's suffering for it. But and it's the only way that they can compare to other nations. is the testing. That's the only measure that they can actually grade in order to get insight on where they sit in the world. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I think teaching to teach people to be a better human being, which is out the window. So out the window. Um, I thought that was better than this testing crap. You know, there are things that you're going to retain for life. Most of them are painful and traumatic. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know, yo. It's terrible what they're doing to kids nowadays. Um, let's see. So I need this above this layer. I'm going to put some blue. I love blue, but he's more of a purplish kind of guy. Oy vey. Well, he's blue today, baby. No, 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 no. Let's stick with some of... I want to do Prince proud. So we'll take a little bit of blue and purple rain. Let's see. We'll give it like a velvet type of thing. So maybe a bluish to velvet type of color. In order to do that, let's see. I think I want to use a different brush. I'll use the hard brush when I need to be super precise, and the soft brush when I can get away with being softer. And just go all crazy with these ruffles here. Oh, you have a guitar class. Oh. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, it'd be nice to have somebody who's younger, but anybody who's younger is out there doing their thing. So learn all you can from that old fogey. Ask questions. It'll make them feel good. Make them feel like you're It's cool that you're learning guitar. And you might be able to sing about your makeup and stuff, like that one video, shoes, or who does your hair? I want to go there. But there is it's amazing nowadays is that music, learning the traditional instrument is almost obsolete. Because everything can be like reproduced digitally. It's sick. I mean, nothing beats like a live performance. But it's like, you can hit a few buttons and you've got like a piano or a guitar or a bass drum or sad. Yeah, yes you can. You could make your own music. You don't have to rely like a person like me who has to go to what are we listening to? Epidemic Sound and get music. You can make your own. Yuppers. Okay, I am not liking my ruffles. Let me see if I can throw some highlights in here. We'll give it like this reddish highlight here. Anywhere the light touches. Why is it doing this? My screen goes dark every now and then. It's like dark right now. It's a pain in the buns. Let me see if I jump out of it. Let me do this. This is how I ended up having to reset. Let's see. Hit that twice. Close it out. Let me close out all this stuff. Sakimi-chan! Okay. Hopefully you'll be back to bright. Come on, baby. Do your thing. Nope. Still dark. I don't get it. Oh well. Carry on, carry on. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Don't you cry no more. Yup, yup. No copyright claims. You know, I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit. The theme song. Be the next Justin Bieber. Be a believer. I'm a believer. Okay, let's see if we can smudge some of these colors together. We're going to try to get... Let's see. I'm trying to figure out... Oh, is this it right here? Let's see if I bring these two together. Which is probably going to be a mistake. Throw a little bit more dark purple. Yep, when you become rich and famous, that's when your company will throw copyright claims at me. It wasn't me, Kim, honest. I'll be like, I knew you when you were an other heart. When you were a tattooed heart. I knew you back then. And watch, in about, what, 10, 15 years, you'll give other people advice on how to survive high school. Well, here you go. Write your songs about how to survive high school. The crap that you have to go through, what you have to endure, these ancient teachers who are probably underpaid and overworked. I don't know why this thing is not blending. Let's see. There we go. That's what. Money clip by tossed it out. It's big bags on big bags on big bags coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Oh, yesterday I took my life into my hands yesterday. There's these people that like to come, young black guys, and they're mostly guys that like will park outside my window, because my window like looks over the parking lot. It's not much of a parking lot. It's like a dirt parking lot. And they'd come there and they'd do whatever the hell they wanted. Well, lately they've been like fighting with each other and acting a fool out there, you know, bringing down the hood. And you know, and then when they leave, it's like a hurricane had hit. It's trash everywhere, even though they're the closest to the damn trash cans, and they're out there all night. Well, yesterday I was drinking some of this stuff, this hard cider. Gotta love free booze. Drinking some hard cider, and you know, I was mellow, I was chill. And then I hear these guys like fussing at each other outside. You don't need to know what I'm doing with my money, how I earn my money. And then he got up in some guy's face, and he fired a gun. I hear it, and I'm thinking, oh, that's just a firecracker. And I'm like, no, dog, that's not a firecracker. So I look out the window, and sure enough, this stupid ass is holding a gun, and a guy's trying to like get up in his face again, and another one's trying to stand in between. And I'm like, oh hell no. Ran and got my cell phone and was trying to record, but you know, I'm kind of stupid. And I'm like, no, these fools got to go. They gots to go. And for some reason, my that hard cider was like, you know what? You got this, girl. Go tell those fools to get the hell out of here. No, just call the cops, girl. Call the cops. And I'm like, no. I'm going to tell these fools to leave. They needs to go. So I come out there, and I look all tore up from the floor up. I mean, I just got off work. I'm tired. Trying to watch somebody play a video game on YouTube, and these guys are disturbing my peace. So and there's kids that live in the neighborhood. You know, they all just started going back to school. It's like, come on, bro. It is a young fella. He couldn't have been, oh God, 22, if even. And I'm like, no, you gotta go. Y'all got 5 minutes to get the hell out of here. If you don't live here, you better leave. I'm calling the police. And you know, police have been kind of funny lately when it comes to skin folk. So, this one guy's like, I got this. I'm like, Trigger, you ain't got nothing. You got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to get the hell out of Dodge. If you don't live here, you better get out of here. And what kills me is that it was like they were having a convention outside. I live in a cul-de-sac. It's like an area where you can't get out. And, you know, it's just one way in, one way out. And they had the entire street completely blocked off. And I'm like, you rats need to go. And within 5 minutes, sure enough, they were gone. All I had to do was say the C word. And a few of their little rat friends came back. But I'm like, you know what, I think I did my part. And then my neighbor across from me, she comes out and she's like, yeah, I couldn't even understand her. I was so mad. I yelled so hard my throat hurt. And I was just chill. I'm like, they messed up my buzz. These bastards. I mean, I tolerated them forever, because it's like, you know, I understand that folks have you know, they don't always have a place to go to chill, but these guys, this is not the first time that they were about to throw down outside, and there's kids, and kids are usually watching them, so it's like, y'all got to go. Mama ain't playing that no more. But anyway, let's see. So, Tatted Hearts, you say you have an art class. You sat at a table that you thought were filled with a bunch of juniors, but it turns out most of them were freshmen. And you're like, what the fuzz? They look at least 20 to 24. Yeah, there's something in the milk, baby. There's something in the milk. There is something in the milk that makes these kids look old. There's, I listened to this guy named Seiji Hito, and he was talking about how this one kid came to school drunk and then had in his water bottle some alcohol. And he says, he looks at the kid and he goes, dang, I thought he was somebody's daddy. He was only a 17-year-old kid. I'll get the link so you can see who I'm talking about. But it was like, dog, you ain't kidding. This at first at the thumbnail, he looked like he was a little kid, but when I look at him, you know, close up, he looked like a grown man. Okay, I'm about to give you the link. I got him muted, so let me copy that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, you don't want me to do Scottish accent. It would have been nothing but like slurs. Jelly, fishy, fish. Get you. No, I wouldn't even know how to apply that. Yeah, this kid decided he was going to, you know, they had him on the ground, and then he decided he was fed up with the one of the administrators and kicked him in the balls. He was already handcuffed. They were too gentle with him. And then he says he's going to go back and shoot the school. I just put the link in the description, or not the description, in the chat. So if you want to check out this guy, he says, I thought this was somebody's... tell me that's not what those kids look like across from you in your art class. You don't have to watch the whole video, because he just pretty much repeats himself. Everything that you see in the video is exactly what he talks about. And he's like, he scrolls in on the guy's face, and he's like, dang, I thought that was somebody's daddy. Somebody else says, how do you look 50 and 17 at the same time? Oh my dog. Oh man. Okay, so I was gonna color this. I can't remember what layer I should be on. Okay, we'll get blue. He does, doesn't he? He said, and then the comments it says, "How do you look 50 and then look 17 at the same damn time?" And it's like, I don't know what they're giving these kids. Either it's just a hard life or just evil looks old. Who knows, yo? Who knows? He shows his face several times. Oh, shoot. I screwed up. I forget, when you select it, you need to hit the bottom to add to that selection. There we go. I'm going to be making making the collar, like, why is this thing acting up? Oh, the cap wants to come off. Let's see, that might do it. No cooperation, yeah. He also looks like Avicii. I have no idea who that is. And it's a shame. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But what's sad is that I believe him if he's going to come back and shoot up the school. The way people are nowadays is just, they're sick. And then they said that he would start claiming what's it called, mental illness. And I'm like, yeah, mental illness, and the alcohol was him self-medicating. Makes no damn sense. Throw a little black in here. Just try to do a gradient. And then just kind of soften it all up. Yeah, I need to stop listening to that place where I got the video from, because I get fired up. He gets me all upset. And I'm like, no. no, this ain't right. This ain't real. And yeah, it's real. Because, like, every day, there's always something squirrely that happens. And it's like, no, can't put your head in the sand. This junk is real. Okay, let's see if I can do the same thing on the other side. That's not too bad. I think I want to clean up the gold a bit. Ooh, and I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. Oh, shucky ducky. But I gotta live by my own tenet where, you know, get off your ass and you can do whatever you want. Get yourself going. Select, damn you. But you gotta get yourself ready for school. Since you're 13 and you can freaking pass as an 11-year-old if you try. Because these juniors look 50 if they can try. Yep, you're right. But you've got a plan. You've got things that you want to accomplish in life. You're not going to be one of these knuckleheads. I don't understand how a person can do that. You know, you're 17 years old. At 17, at that point, you can be charged as an adult. Those playtime thingies are over. But yeah, I remember when I was in school and I'm looking at some of these kids, I'm like, damn, you look grown, bro. You got like a beard. Oh man, where puberty was kind to some folk. Okay, let's see if we'll clean up some of this gold here. Let's see if I can. I gotta get this ugly kid off my screen. This entitled kid off my screen. It's just sick and wrong. Yeah. You know, and I remember I was sitting at the bus stop the other day, and I'm going, you know what? All it takes is for one of these a-holes to come up and, you know, just do a drive-by, and they can take out as many Mexicans or black folk as they wanted to. There was no protection. And then, like, the next day, I saw a different security company. So maybe they are taking stuff like that seriously in my neck of the woods. Because it's like you just, until these people like stop, I don't know if they'll ever stop. It's just absolutely batshit crazy. I just did not feel safe. I'm like, I'm surrounded by targets. I'm like, I gotta go. Where's my bus? Yeah, same channel that I found the kid, that I put a link in, showed that somebody had been circling the block, watching that particular bus stop, and drove up on the curve and ran over people at the bus stop, trying to take them out. And then when people came to, you know, he gets out long enough to call the cops, but not to help anybody. So that was an indication that he did that kind of intentionally. Especially since he had been circling the block for a while. Yeah, he was scared when people came up. He's like, dude, you did that on purpose. He would not get out of his vehicle. And I'm looking at a bus stop going, damn, that could have been me. Dog, that could have been me. So, I don't know. people are making me more paranoid or what. But not cool. Not cool. Let's see, I'm wondering if I should keep a collar around his neck that's gold, or if I should make it blue. This is what it looks like if it was blue. We'll make the collar gold. We'll just do a collar around his neck here. Do one more layer here. Ugh, I did that wrong. Oh, let's see. Okay, anyway, let's see. But yeah, I don't understand why people are aging so poorly. It could be, they need to drink that milk. Maybe they need that skincare regime that you were talking about. Let's see. We'll make this symbol gold too. Ooh, I kind of like that effect where it was a little dark on the bottom. And I'll make it even brighter on the top. Okay, I'll look it up. Avicii. Avicii. Was that like Avicii or something like that? Oh, okay. Swedish electronic musician. There's a couple pictures where he kind of resembles that person. The nose is a little different, but, you know, I was going to say, but the white's still the same? No, let me stop. No, I see some features that look like that kid. Yeah, it's kind of eerie. It's kind of scary. It's like, you look like a serial killer, bro. Well, dang. Okay, alright, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Alright, so I got that yellow. I want to pick up a little bit of brown. Let's see, we'll do a little, oops, that's too much. And we need white. And we need to bring this down. But yeah, he does look like him. Poor thing. What? What? What did he do? Death. His death certificate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Truly devastated for this dude. Very sad news. Way too young. T.O. Huh. Well, was it drugs? Okay, cause of death revealed. Okay. Come on. Give me the cause. I've never heard his music. Dead at 28 hours before last moments. Let's see. Let me go to news. So, how did he die? I'm still trying to figure it out. I was stuck on his pictures. Let's see. Let me go to all. Okay. Consequence of sound. Suicide. Due to health problems. Suffered stress and poor mental health for 7 years. Several years. It just says that he died by suicide. Okay, I'll never understand that mess. Why do you go through all the freaking work of learning how to, to become a success, and then the success is too much for you, you just can't hang, and you gotta commit suicide? It doesn't make freaking sense. I mean, I don't understand how such talented people could end their lives like that, on a whim like that. I don't know if it's a whim or if it was just a long time coming, but hell, I just came across the guy today. But I just don't understand that. Let me back that up. I don't like that. I don't like that. How dare you come bearing bad news first thing in the morning? I'm going to wish school on you. Let's see. Maybe throw some orange in there. Warm it up a bit. Oof, everything looks so jagged. I need to make it a little bit sharper. Yeah, I need to clean up my lines big time. Okay, brush. Let's do your stuff. We'll keep your pencil thin. We'll throw a little bit of warmth around the edges here. Of Juan Jackson. Hello, my love croissant, my sex strudel. Nah, not really. I don't see it. But bum 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 bum. Hello, my little love croissant. See, I want this to kind of be raised off the collar. Throw a little bit of... Let's see. Yeah, well, I definitely didn't sound sexy yesterday. I want those triggers off my lawn. I sounded like a little old lady. You Negroes get off my lawn or I'm calling the police. But it doesn't make any sense why somebody would come out of their own little neighborhood, trounce mine, and make it into their little hangout spot, and then act a fool outside of it like they think they can. And what kills me about old boy, the one that just set me off, was that he was like getting all indignant and stuff like that and ridiculous, like he's some king stuff. And then I'm watching him like brandish the gun, wave it around carelessly with like no education as far as or respect for it. And then he sticks it in his pants. And I'm like, are you freaking stupid? You just fired the damn thing. It's got to be hotter than hell. I guess that's why he waved it around, so it'll cool down. But I'm like, when I was in the Navy, my command or my unit was the last one to learn how to use firearms. Very last one, K149. I can't remember, too many damn numbers. K149. We were like the last of the year and the last to learn at the firing range, because you know we've got Marines. We don't need the Navy, you know, sailors holding guns. And they taught us some hardcore respect for the gun. No matter the caliber, you only hold it a certain way. You don't wave it around like it's your penis or your boobs. You don't certainly flash it around like it's a toy. You know, the guy had no respect for the weapon, and these people had no respect for the weapon. It's like, dude, get shot, get hurt, get dead. That's what the gun does. It kills your ass. And they're just makes no sense. And then I'm listening to this guy saying, don't fire that thing around here. I'm like, you're damn right you don't fire it around here. You guys got 5 freaking minutes to get the hell out of here. They're lucky I gave them that, because I was just going to call the police. So I was going to take video and just call the police and let them shoot their butts up. Well, who am I kidding? By the time the police would get there, and mind you, we are only down the street, I want to say about maybe 15, 16 blocks away. It would take them a half an hour to get there, if not 45 minutes. By then, everybody's gone. And I remember I had done the same thing. I called the police when I heard some lady screaming. And I knew it wasn't TV, because you would have heard music or car chase or some BS that you would hear that usually comes along with something like that. And she's yelling, it's got a gun, somebody help me. You know, it's like, and the cops took their sweet frickin' time to get there. Oh, well, he's gone. I'm like, and? Get off your ass and go look for him. I don't know. Don't just sit here with your thumb up your ass. Ask other people questions. I don't know, it just kills me. And then they come right to my door. I'm like, asshole, I live here. You don't come right to my door. Then they'll know I'm the squealer. You know, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. So I got to the point where I don't call the cops anymore, especially the way they treat people nowadays. It's just no training, no respect. I had one cop, though, that showed me some really cool respect. It was bullshit that she was called, but I'm glad she came. You know, I was riding my bike for the first time to work, and my seat kept going down. I probably told this story before, but on the whole, I ain't calling cops. Not on black folk. Not if I can give them a chance to clean up their frickin' act and apologize or whatever, because you don't need the death sentence. You need an ass whooping, but you don't need the death sentence. You don't need Judge Dredd riding up on here. I am the law! I am the law! Let me see, I'm gonna bring these guys down. There we go. crap, it's almost time for me to go after all that ranting. Tatted, I hope you have a good day at school. I hope every day will be easier than the next. Till the next vacation, we'll be counting the days. But if you're serious about getting out of high school, there's always the GED route. I don't know how well colleges accept that. You know, when you could have stayed in school. But there's that option. But I always thought it looked better if you stayed in and did your time. Did your time. Let's see, I want some of it to kind of glisten a bit. I think the problem is it doesn't look very symmetrical. And I think it needs to cast some shadow in the blue here. So let's see, we'll throw some shadow in the blue. I'll drop the opacity a bit, make this a little bigger. Oh, and the alarm sounded. Oh, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay. Alrighty, so I want to throw some sort of African symbols in here somewhere. So I'll probably be doing some designs in here, and then I'll be finishing it up. You guys, thank you so much for joining me and listening to me rant and complain about my neighbors. And so won't you be my neighbor? Nah. If you guys have any suggestions, just let me know what you'd like to see. I'm thinking about next month going back to just doing nothing but coloring. I looked at some of my old colorings and it took so long to find them. Like, I did a search pretty much for vanity's sake because people kept seeing the same ones over and over again. I'm like, I need to up my game a bit. So I'm going to go back and do some coloring, some hand drawing, and as much as I hate to put this bad boy down, because I love the digital art. I'm not the best at it, but I'm working at it. I'm working on it. So I will leave you. We'll throw him some pink around the edges, and we'll throw some pink around the edge of this. Kind of like that color. Alright, you guys, take care. And may your third eye wink like it's nobody's business. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll be your neighbor too, Tatted Hearts. Bye-bye, you guys.